Hello, everyone. I'm Mehr, and I welcome you to another episode of Grief Talk. And today, the topic is something that's very close to grieving hearts: triggers. The stuff that hits you out of nowhere, the moments that make you recall a memory, a loss, a wave of pain that feels as raw as the day it happened. And I'm gonna start by sharing one of my own. So, my trigger is a car. Yes, Kia Sportage. So a week before my husband passed away, we went to the Kia Sportage showroom and he looked at one of the cars and he told me, we're going to get this car very soon. And then comes a salesperson and he hands us over the keys for a test drive. And guess what? He hands me the keys and asks me to go for a drive. Not to make things more awkward, I take the keys and I get in the car and go for a test drive, and I watch him standing there beside the car, just smiling and looking at me, taking the car away. It was as if he had envisioned the car in our driveway already, and he had imagined all those future drives with plastic music that we are going to have in that car. And maybe he wanted me to feel confident behind the steering wheel. He wanted me to feel seen. And maybe he was making me ready to drive the future life that I was going to have. He passed away a week after that. I still haven't bought that car. I can't. And when I drive past that showroom, I feel a lump in my throat. I'm recalled of that moment when I went with him to that showroom for that test drive, for the car we never bought, because, well, life did not give him so much time to do that. So what are triggers? Triggers are sudden emotional responses that are connected to your past, particularly to a trauma, a loss, or a deeply emotional memory. They can show up through anything, like a car in my case. It can be a song, it can be a voice, a location, a movie, a particular date on a calendar. Even a simple phrase said by someone can open that deeply emotional wound. A trigger isn't just remembering, it's reliving. Your body reacts, your chest may tighten, eyes well up, you may go numb, you may freeze, or you want to run away. That's just your nervous system trying to protect you from perceived danger, even though there might not be any physical danger present there. It's just your body trying to tell you. It's your grief saying, that meant something, that still hurts, that's still there. Here's why triggers happen. When we experience trauma or deep emotional loss, the experience is stored in our body in a different way. Like the brain remembers it differently. You can say that maybe it got highlighted by a highlighter. And all the sensory details, like what you saw, heard, smelled, touched, they all get tied to the emotion of that memory. And when your brain sees something similar, it is suddenly reminded of the previous incident attached to that memory. So when your brain senses something familiar, like in my case, it was this car, it can be a song that played on your first date, the smell of their cologne, or any little thing, your brain instantly goes like, this is familiar, and it hurt. Your body reacts to it, even though many months or years may have passed. And why this happens? Not because you're weak, not because you're broken, but because you love deeply. and your body still remembers. Let's talk about the part I really want to know. What do I do when I feel triggered? It can feel so overwhelming, so isolating, and sometimes it can ruin the whole day. But let me tell this to you today. You're not powerless. Here are some tools that we are going to use when we feel triggered. Acknowledge it. Say it to yourself out loud if you can. I'm being triggered. This is pain. This is grief. And it's okay. I feel safe, even though I'm overwhelmed. Saying it out loud starts to soothe the nervous system. It shifts from reaction to awareness, and that creates space. Your body tenses when you are triggered. Slow breathing helps signal your brain that your body is not in danger. You can try the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and exhale for 8 seconds. Try this for a few minutes. This will help your body ground itself. Get in the now, ground yourself. Try the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This is great when the trigger has completely hijacked your emotions. It helps you bring you back into the now. Sometimes taking a walk helps. Sometimes curling up and crying does. You don't have to force healing. You just need to allow it. If the trigger needs to move through your body, let it. Here are some things to avoid when you're triggered. Don't shame yourself. Why am I still upset? I should be over this by now. No. You're still grieving. Grief is no timeline. Don't isolate yourself forever. It's okay to want space, but don't drown yourself in the pain for weeks without reaching out. Don't numb yourself. Endless scrolling, distractions like alcohol and substance abuse may seem like they help in the moment, but the grief still waits. It waits for the time when we sit with it and allow it to move through our system. If you're supporting someone who gets triggered and is grieving, don't try to fix it. Don't say, just think happy thoughts or anything like this. What you can say is, I'm here. I see this is hard for you. Do you want to talk about it or just sit in silence? Presence is the most powerful gift you can give to someone. So back to the Kia Sportage. It still sits in the showroom. I still drive past it. It still feels in my chest. But one day, maybe one day, I will go back to that showroom. Maybe I will take it for a test drive again. Not because the pain of that memory is gone, but maybe now I am strong enough to hold it gently and carry that memory forward. Because triggers don't have to stop us. They can remind us, they can soften us, they can even become part of our story. If this spoke to you, please leave a comment. What is something that triggers you? I would really like to know. And what is something that helps you when you're in that situation? If this video resonated with you, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. This is Grief Talk, and I am Mehr. Until the next time we meet, take good care of yourself.